Hello guys, welcome today. So this will be another review for Tanchjim's latest product, but this will be for the more affordable earphone. This is the Tanchjim Zero. Let me confirm if it's only okay. The Zero Ultima. So I just had to confirm that. Now the Zero Ultima is an old school style bullet earpods like design that can just go into your ears. There was a time bullet style earphones were the dominant earphones on the market 15, 20 years back. I remember while I was in my university days, I used to use bullet earphones that could just go into my ears before in-ear monitors started becoming a big thing 10, 12 years ago. So it's back, and this is the Zero Ultima. The packaging is quite simple. There isn't much to the packaging. You open the box, you open, at least you slide down this. Let me open. There's nothing really much in the box. I just want to show you guys what you get in the box, and that's it. I already brought out the earphone, so you will not see the earphone in here. You can see a very tiny pouch. I won't use this pouch. It's just going to be in the box. There is a bunch of ear tips here, and that's it. That's just the fan. There's another bag here, but that's it. It's pretty simple. So when you go through all these little things, you will arrive at this. So this is the earphone. This is the earphone. This is how it looks like. This is the Zero Ultima, the Tanchjim Zero Ultima. Now, first of all, a big shout out to Tanchjim for sending this out with their other products for review on this channel. So I will go over the little things you can expect with this. Now, first of all, this earphone is for people that don't want to spend a lot of money. It is cheap and it's below. I think it's below $30. That's the way they price it. It's below $30. It could even be below $20. I think that's the price range you're paying for the Zero Ultima. Now, the other thing again is that the ear tips it does come with are not kind of like the ear tips that I am into. I genuinely always go for something that can fit my ears quite comfortably. So I actually use the easy ear tips on it. But then I found that the nozzle of this Zero Ultima is insanely large. It is bigger than even their origin, which is their flagship that I have here. The Origin's nozzle is very large, but my goodness, the size of the Zero Ultima's nozzle is huge. Like very few air tips could, go in and fit in there and be comfortable being around the nozzle. So that's the only thing I saw that was a major issue because I needed the easy air tips to fit in so that it can go into my ears comfortably, but it wasn't the case. Now it fitted, but I fear that I might lose the easy air tips while I'm on the road because this is a mobile earphone you can take outdoors easily. So I don't want the situation where I'm outdoors and the ear tips start falling out because they are too small to latch on there correctly. So what I did was then again, I had BGVP DM9 ear tips. So the BGVP DM9 ear tips, I've never really used them. So I just went into the box of the DM9 and I found these blue, very fancy looking ear tips and I picked them and lo and behold, it's there. It's very lovely. So I'm not using the ear tips the company sent me. That's not my style. But I'm using the BGVP DM9 ear tips. So I don't think they sell this separately. So it's just the ear tips I just found in the box and I took it out. Now, in terms of build, there isn't much. It almost has like a plastic shell. Really nothing amazing about the build quality. It has a dynamic driver inside. There isn't much about the build quality now. The company sent me, they said, with a microphone, and I'm in love with the mic. The mic is so clear. I've made calls with it. People don't complain about my voice. And I actually call this earphone now my call earphone. I use it for calls. I just love it for calls. It's making my calls very, very easy. So I always now have it plugged to my smartphone permanently. Whenever calls come in, it makes my calls so easy and more transparent. At least I get to hear people very well. I used to use in-ear monitors for my call, but because in-ear monitors always have to wrap around your ears, but by the time you want to set it up and everything, the time constraint. But this is great for calls. You just stick it in your ears and you're just off to the races and all that. So it's a very good set. I love it. Perfect. No issues, no complaints. Then we have to look at the sound quality because the sound quality is where it's a do or die for it. Now, as for sound quality, it's a very neutral earphone. I tested it on the Stargate 2 DAC. Um, I tested it on the Stargate 2 DAC. This is the Stargate 2 DAC. I actually used this to check and see if it's going to perform very well. Use the LG V60 as my test to see how it performs. And rightfully so, it did very well. It did very well for a $20 to $30 earphone. It was very transparent. I wouldn't say it's a baby version of the origin or in any way, but it has that similar tuning. You can tell that they are tuning it to be appealing to people that like bright sound, transparent sound, revealing sound, and all that. So that's the market they are chasing, and you get that with this set. It gives you that. So if you're someone that listens to music that is a bit bright, you need something that is very expansive and not with so much bass, then this makes sense. And because the Stargate is so loud, you don't need to drive this very hard to get to the best volume it can handle. So 50 to 60% on the Stargate on your phone is good enough. You'll be rocking. The only thing it lacks, which I definitely expected it to lack, is bass. Bullet earphones are not always the best in terms of bass response. They are not designed to appeal to bass heads. So I expected that and I got that. So it's not the best set for bass, but it's not the worst. You know, I've listened to other Bullet earphones in recent times and I'm not like blown away by them. For me to say this is going to be on a daily use for me, it means it's good enough, you know. I might not use it to play music because I have other better sets for music, but I can use it for other things, like for calls. I said I love it for calls. It's made my calls so easy since I got it. Like, it's more convenient, more fashionable for me to use it for calls than just a regular in-ear monitor of any quality. So it's a very handy set that will allow you have your convenience to yourself, you know. You can take it in. Funny thing is that you can actually fold it very quickly and put it in your pocket. So you just wrap it very, very quickly. You know, it's already done. This is the set. You can just throw it in your pocket. You can put it in a carrying case. You're good to go, you know. Take it out, make calls with it in public. You don't have to bother anyone, you know, as long as your phone supports a 3.5 millimeter jack. Now, to be fair, the company asked me, Melody to be in particular, she asked me if I wanted the USB-C version. There is a USB-C version, but I thought to myself, why will I want a USB-C version when they're already sending me the Stargates, whereby I can have the best of both worlds? A 3.5 mm that can go into this and then go to my phone. And when I don't need USB-C and I want to be charging my phone along with making call for a very long time, using this plug to my LG phone, which still has a 3.5 mm jack, I have the best of both worlds. So I told them to send me the 3.5 mm jack. And I'm so happy they sent it with the mic version. So I have it with the mic version. I can make calls. And the sound quality is great enough. Like, it's not amazing like an Origin or an NF or even an Olina or a better earphone that costs over $100. It's not on that level. But for basic 20, 30, 40, $50 sets, it should be in the position to compete with these other sets because there isn't much those other sets are doing that this cannot do. The only thing it lacks, and I think is becoming more synonymous with just the brand, is bass. I think Tanchjim is they are the sister company to Moondrop. I'm not certain, but like I think they have a sort of affiliation with Moondrop because their earphones sound quite similar. I've listened to a lot of Moondrop earphones. I've always criticized Moondrop because they don't have bass for their earphones. And I think Tanchjim follows that same pattern. So they are more so into neutrality, giving you that detail and all that. So that's what they've mastered all these years, and that's what they've stuck to. So look, the Zero Ultima is a very wonderful set. It's obviously going to continue being on my rotation list. It's permanent for my calls now till it dies off or spoils. I will always use it for my travels. If I'm traveling, this is going to be there with me always because I need something as convenient as possible so that I can make calls. So that's one thing I love about it. It's very convenient. And the fact now that, one thing I love about the sets Tanchjim did send to me is that because they have sent me two sets like this, an Origin and the Zero Ultima, they've cured two issues for me. I now have the best earphone for music, so I can actually use this with my G7 permanently for music when I'm working. Just have it on blast with just the G7. I don't even need to plug it because it's efficient. It plays very well with the G7. I just have to put the high impedance adapter and it just plays so well. I've tested it. It's a beautiful set, even without the dongle DAC. And then I can now plug this to my V60 for calls. Just have this permanently on my V60 for calls whenever a call comes in. So it has solved a little bit of issues for me that I've always had in the past, whereby I couldn't just always be using in-ear monitors for calls. This is solving that permanently for me. So guys, share your thoughts down below. This is the full review for the Zero Ultima, Tanchjim Zero Ultima, and a big shout out and a big thank you to the brand for sending this out to me. I love it. It's a very beautiful set. I love it. It's very well made. I actually love the design. So I'll drop details down below, links where you can buy it if you're interested. Do check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Do like our content. I'll see you guys very much next time.